Hi everyone, I'm Helen at Run Better with Yoga, and today we're going to look at a few different poses that will help to stretch out the calf muscles and talk about a few reasons why we might need to. So the calf muscles is a group of 5 different muscles. They're super strong. They're the main driving force behind jumping and forward propulsion. So they get used a lot and they can accumulate quite a lot of tension. And that tension can be added to if you frequently wear high heels, or if your running shoes have a higher heel than the toe end, or if there's a lack of strength and connection to your glutes, which can be negatively affecting your posture. So all of those can attribute to trigger points or muscular knots in the calf muscles, causing pain in the calf itself. It can also cause pain in the ankles and in the feet, including plantar fasciitis, but we'll have a focus on that in an upcoming video. So for a big group of muscles, they're actually quite difficult to stretch out. So I do really recommend myofascial release. I have a mini program on that called Ultimate Recovery, which we'll link to in the notes. My favorite pose though for lengthening out the calves has got to be downward facing dog. And I'll show you a couple of variations on it. So down dog, this inverted V shape. First of all, setting up, pressing into your hands, shoulders back, hips back, lengthen out the spine. And the knees can stay bent. We want to start to drop the heels towards the ground. So already you're going to have at least a start to lengthening out the calves there. And then to add, drop one heel as you lift the other and switch. And maybe start off nice and slow, one breath at a time as you switch sides. And then after a while, maybe hold it. Hold one side for 5 long breaths. One heel up, one heel dropping down. Still might not reach the ground. That's absolutely fine. Doesn't matter. Keep shifting the hips back. And then your 5 breaths on the other side. And then returning to keeping the hips up high, purposefully bending the knees, but then starting to drop the heels again. And then maybe just finishing off, lengthening out the backs of the legs as well. Okay, so that's got to be my favorite pose. Another one, it would be the high lunge, sometimes called a crescent lunge. So stepping one foot back, keeping the pelvis forward square to the top end of your mat. Useful to keep your hands on your hips. Lift the back thigh just as much as you can. And then lift the hips up as you lift the back heel. Drop the hips down and drop the back heel. It definitely won't reach the ground. And you might do that 2 or 3 times. Lifting up with the hips and the heel. Dropping back down. And then maybe after that 3rd one, again, you pause and you hold it for 5 breaths. If you need to, you can hold onto a wall or something nearby. But hopefully this would be part of a well-rounded yoga routine, rather than just doing it on its own. And then you'd obviously do that on your other side. Even if one side is a bit tighter than the other, we'll do the same on the other side. And then the 3rd pose I was going to show you today is an easy version of a squat. Relatively easy, keeping the knees really wide with the toes turned out, then dropping your hips back, dropping the heels down, but leaning your weight forwards. So the weight of the hips helps to drop the heels down, helps to lengthen out the Achilles and the soleus muscle there, that calf muscle just above Achilles. But let your head be heavy out in front. And this is usually a much easier version of the squat than the more traditional version. So have a go at those. But then consider why your calves might be tight, if they are. Do you regularly wear high heels? Or are your running shoes quite supported with a higher heel than the toe end? If so, consider transitioning to a more minimal barefoot shoe. Is your posture and your alignment out? Could your glutes do with some strengthening? Is there a lack of strength there, or at least a lack of engagement and connection? Have a look at some of my previous videos where we focus on glute strength. We'll link to those in the notes, but also get yourself signed up for the next round of the Core Connect Challenge, where we not only think about strengthening our core, but we also strengthen the glutes and look at how we should be connecting that strength to improve our posture, our alignment, and our running technique. If you're ready already for some transformation to your whole body, your strength, mobility, flexibility, and the way that you run, you could enroll in Core Connect, the program, just now. So I hope that was useful. Let me know your thoughts, questions, and comments. Share it out with your friends as well. And I look forward to seeing you very soon.